Hello everyone, here we are conducting an interview from a former OFW. May I have your name please, ma'am?
Okay, I'm Arafol, Ginaldo, 40 years old,
So what country did you work from?
Taiwan.
For how many years?
1.5 years.
And when did you start to, when was the first time you went there?
Year 2015.
So how old were you back?
30 years old.
30 years
No,
old.
32.
32, okay. Was it hard? I mean, like, what's the biggest challenge you encounter while you traveled?
Travel and
You first traveled,
about in the
yeah.
work or
Yeah, when you first traveled,
travel.
Yeah. Not, no?
I think wala. Dili man kay ko good bali once ako mingon ko mo travel is dili ko
Decided na
siya.
decided. So like how was it, like your family? Do you have any regrets, like you want to back out like that?
No, because I already planned. First is pag first man is ang akong plano is Japan, but
Okay.
wala ko na tawag under man wala ko na accept sa Japan, so second option ako is Taiwan.
Okay, so were you alone when you first traveled, or
Group
you were with a group?
or agency.
So how did you overcome when it came to communicating with locals? Like, I know their language, Taiwanese, is very hard, right? And then
At
how did
first, lisod siya pag first because Taiwanese, kung storya sila is mura sila permi nagsingka o
okay, so you were like thinking that they
shouting.
are angry.
Yes.
So did you study Taiwanese?
At first is wala, lang sa ako, nag-focus ako sa machine, nag-study ako sa machine din.
Sa your work, then
Yes.
before
Then
the language.
Language, basic lang.
So was it so? Is it so long when you learned their language? Like how many months or years?
Take mga
took
months.
Like no.
Like 3 months, nakastuddy na kung pila lang siya ka words kay lisod man gud ilahang language niya ang writing sa masabol. So
Okay, it's very hard.
Yeah.
So, what certain culture shocks did you experience in Taiwan?
wala raman kayo.
Like, you were impressed about how they dress, how they talk.
If mo work ang Taiwanese is dili maligo ig morning, then dili rasad sila mag-ilis.
Okay, then about how they talk is
Storya sila is more on shouting, dili para sa Pinoy
like
kalmado.
they were arguing
Yeah.
someone. Okay. Then how does their value differ from us here in the Philippines?
Taiwanese is dili kay sila
Not like you.
sa family, more on
Families.
work sila.
So they're not like us, family
They care
centered.
about money.
Yeah, then like if they were not like here in the Philippines, like if you were married, you stay in the same roof with your family.
Ang Pilipino is mo help gihapon maski marry na ka, help gihapon ka sa imong family.
So
Ang
if
Taiwanese is dili sila bali just lang mo kinahanglan jud ka
Separate with their
separate
family.
kag imong kaugalingan din dapat naa jud kay trabaho kay kung masakit ka dili man sa para sa Pinoy na mo pwede ka mga tabang sa family ilaha kay murag kung mga kagtabang sa ilang family murag na kay nasa ilaha bang murag insulto.
okay. Then when it comes to religious aspect, how does other country compare to the Philippines?
Mas sa akong mas okay ang Pinoy kay family oriented kay ba na ay mga birthday na mga occasion na agit tanan ang ila is dili kayo sila while ang Taiwanese is more on working jud ila trabaho jud ila basta na alang jud kwarta then dili kay sila mukuag mga occasion like birthday wala ra na nila dili sila mo care.
Then so By the way, the culture shock question, kanang, are they also celebrate, like, as you can remember ate, kanang, in Taiwan, they also celebrate, celebrate fiestas?
No, wala sila fiesta, wala sila na sila birthday, pero ano lang ang birthday is only cake. Wala
Like, they
big
don't
party
celebrate like big
pero,
party?
ubang family sa Taiwan is what, like, kanang dato na gid kay sila mo, ano sila, hotel or restaurant. Wala sila, dili sila sa, ano, sa balay mag-celebrate. Wala sila ingon para sa ito nga, na ibisita nga daghan, nga, time, ano yun, kanang magdala og food ba ulit.
Okay. So, like, simple celebration.
Oo, cake lang, okay na ang Taiwanese.
So, that's it for this interview. Thank you, ate. We really appreciate your time.
Okay, salamat.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, so today we will be conducting an interview with our fellow tourists here. May I have your name?
Jinchi.
Chinchi.
Jinqi.
Jinchi. Okay. So, we just want to let you know that we are a BSN science student and we're conducting this interview for our school project. And we really do appreciate your cooperation right now and we're really sorry for taking much of your time. So let's start with the first question. May I ask where are you from?
I'm from Malaysia, but I grew up in Beijing and spent some time in the UK as well.
Oh, okay.
China.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, so how's your stay here in the Philippines?
I just got here, but it's been quite nice. I went to the beach today. Very beautiful natural sights here, and everyone's been really nice and helpful.
Yes.
How about
It's a beautiful spot.
yes? How many days or how many months have you been here in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, I'll be here for like close to 2 weeks.
Oh, close to 2 weeks only. So we will be asking you a few questions regarding your culture and how does it compare to the Philippines? Is that okay for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we'll start with number one question. What role does family play in your culture and how does it shape the way you live and make decisions?
Wow, very big question. Family is pretty important in my culture. So I'm from Malaysia, but my ethnicity is Chinese. So family and community is like a huge part of everyday life. There's a lot of like intergenerational households, a lot of holidays spent together. So I think that like not only your mom and your dad and your siblings, but like your grandparents, your aunts and uncles,
So it's-
they're like all part of your life.
Yeah, it's quite similar here in the Philippines. Go with.
So here's the next question. Can you describe how your culture approaches work-life balance compared to what you've observed here in the Philippines?
Okay. I'm not sure what it's like in the Philippines, but I'd say work-life balance. There's a very strong focus on work, and maybe a little less
Work.
on.
So you're focused
Yeah.
on work.
Yeah, I think.
What is your work?
Well, right now I'm actually not employed.
Ah, okay.
But previously I worked as a consultant and also in a bank. doing
Ah,
business.
consultant,
Yeah.
bank consultant.
But yeah, I'd say that Malaysians are generally very laid back. So like in the work environment, everyone's very kind of relaxed and friendly. But somehow we all spend a lot of time at work, like a lot of hours at work. So
It's pretty balanced.
it's balanced, but there's a lot of work still.
Nice,
So
nice one.
here's the next question. When you were traveling here, what was the biggest challenge you faced when communicating with the locals? Like, did you have to travel communicating with the locals?
So far, it's been okay. It seems like a lot of people know how to speak a bit of English, which, since that's what I speak, it kind of also makes it easier to communicate. Yeah, everyone's kind of been helpful and also a little bit of English as well. So
Okay,
it's been fine.
that's good to know.
So so this is what are the typical gender roles in your culture and how they compare to gender roles you've observed in Filipino society?
Interesting. I guess in Malaysia, I would say the traditional gender roles are kind of in place. Like the man is the breadwinner, the woman is like kind of like the person who upkeeps the home. And I feel like no matter what ethnicity you come from, whether you're like Malay or Chinese or Indian, that type of gender role usually holds in place if you know decide to get married. And I think that's a good example of maybe how the gender roles kind of play out. I'm not sure what it's like in the Philippines. In Malaysia, it is interchangeable, but I'd say women probably do most of like the childcare and like the housework. But maybe in different households, it's like changing now, especially with younger people.
So this one, what are some key differences you've noticed in communication styles between your culture and Filipino culture, like tone, the body language, and formalities?
People say ma'am here, like yes ma'am.
Ah, yes, we do say that a lot, ma'am and sir.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen. In Malaysia, it's more of like auntie, uncle, or yeah.
What about the first name, last name? Do you do that also there? Like in America, they
Usually, if it's like someone you're not really that close to, I don't think they use your first or last name. They just say, like, depends on the dialect. In, like
okay.
Chinese, they might say like Leng Sai, so it's like pretty boy, or like Leng Loi, like pretty girl, or you know auntie, uncle. Depends on your age, what you look like to them, and like your gender as well.
So in there, it's like auntie and uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same here in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
So, what aspects of Filipino culture have surprised you the most? And how do this differ from the norms in your home country?
Surprise me, I've only been here for
a bit too.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure yet if there's anything that surprised me. Everyone here has been like very friendly, I'll say, which is generally similar to Malaysia. People are kind of like laid back and will help you when you have questions. So similarities.
And I just want to add on to, did you experience a fiesta here? No?
What is that?
You should attend one.
What is it?
Because it's a fiesta, it's a celebration.
Oh.
Have you heard about Sinulog?
No.
It's very popular.
When
It's
is
the
it?
biggest fiesta. It's January, around January, the third Sunday of January. It's the biggest fiesta here in the Philippines.
What's it celebrate?
Sinulog, it's about Santo Niño, right? It's about
Yes,
Santo Niño.
Senior Santo Niño.
Oh, okay. Maybe the next January trip.
Yes, you should visit it. It's very fun here. And also the local fiestas, it's also separate.
It's the culture.
Okay, go.
So, in your opinion, what are the major differences in how respect is shown to elders or authority figures in your culture compared to Filipino customs?
I'm going to assume that it's similar.
Yes, it's
There's
quite
like a
similar.
lot of reverence towards older people. So if you're older generation, you like use like proper, like you address them in a certain way, and you also are meant to like act a certain way around them. I'm not sure if it's the same here, but I'm guessing it's similar.
Yes.
Yes, but that's beautiful.
This is another question. How does your country celebrate important holidays or festivals, and how do those celebrations compare to what you've seen or experienced here in the Philippines? I'm really sorry about these questions.
Well, I think food's a really big thing in the celebrations in Malaysia. So depending on like the festival and what it celebrates, it's usually around food, it's usually around family. So if those two things are there, that's usually what occurs.
But the question is, do you have karaoke?
Oh, no, we don't.
You don't have karaoke. You gotta try Filipino
I gotta do
karaoke.
fiesta,
It's very fun.
karaoke.
You can sing. I've heard.
How about birthday celebrations? Do you do like extravagant birthday celebrations then?
I'd say that it depends on the family, but it's like, you know, the usual like, you know, going out with friends or a cake or, you know.
Because here in the Philippines, we invite all our neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't done that before.
Okay. Julia, do you have any
So-
other question?
Let's talk about hospitality. How do people in your country express hospitality, and have you noticed similarities or difference in Filipino hospitality?
I think Malaysian hospitality, I've heard that people are welcoming there. It's kind of different because when I am there, I'm kind of living there. I'm not really visiting as say like a tourist or like a guest. But I've heard that it's pleasant. Here, I can say that everyone's been very nice and very helpful when I've asked questions.
That's really good to hear.
It's a nice answer.
So is that all the questions?
That's all.
So we really thank you for your cooperation and time, and we're really sorry for this one. And thank you. That's all. That's all for this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was nice meeting you.
So pretty.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you very much.